Right then, hello everybody, what is up? This is Eddie, and welcome to the Championship prediction video. Honestly, this is a video that every single YouTuber hates doing, but loves it at the same time, because it's impossible. You know, like, it never ends up how you put it. It never does. But anyway, hope you guys are all doing good, and girls, of course. But yeah, anyway, let's get right into it, okay? That's what you guys came here to see. Right, we're going to go with Rotheram at 24th. I think there's a lot I could say about Rotheram. I feel like most of it's self-explanatory. I do feel like their transfer window hasn't been great. I know they've obviously brought in Cafu, obviously extended the contract to Sean Morrison, Lil Pierre. But I'm struggling to see who could finish below them. I feel like Matt Taylor is a questionable manager. I feel like he'll be a good manager in League One. In the Championship, I don't know. I'd like to see Rotheram stay up. And I'd like to see any of these teams stay up that I'm about to put below, you know, in the relegation zone. But I'm going to go with Rotheram in at 24th. But then again, I hope they prove me wrong. Right, 23rd in the league, I am going to go with Plymouth. I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to put Plymouth at 22nd. I mean, not 22nd, 23rd, because I feel like their squad is really good and they've had probably one of the best transfer windows going. But I'm unsure on the quality that they've got already in their team. And I'll be interested to see how they will do potentially in the Championship next season. I hope they really do well. If any of you guys don't know, I am from Birmingham, but I do live in Devon now. But I am fully Birmingham, fully Blues, and Plymouth, obviously a team in Devon, so I kind of hope they would actually do well. Right, but anyway, there we go. Plymouth 23rd. I think they've had a great transfer window, though. An amazing fan base as well. Definitely underrated. But I just don't know whether it might be a little bit too soon for them. Right, okay, next team I'm going to go with is going to be Queen's Park Rangers. I do think QPR are a really good team. I feel like the ability they've got on paper, you know, and some of the players they've got are like Elias Chair, great player. Chris Willock, another great player. But then again, Chris Willock has been a little bit off recently. But then again, he did go through a fairly big injury not too long ago. But yeah, I'm going to go with QPR at 22nd. It's hard to pick that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on them three teams that I put. Maybe you guys are probably laughing right now. But honestly, I generally can't think who else you can make. You can make so many cases. You can make cases for all these teams down here. Anyway, next team I'm going to go with in the 21st position is Sheffield Wednesday. I think Sheffield Wednesday are a club which are going through a little bit of a dead window so far. They've only made one signing, and technically it's not even a new signing really. They've re-signed Reece James, who was on loan to them. I don't think they've signed anyone else since then. I could be wrong though. But then again, the key thing that will keep Sheffield Wednesday up, the fans. They're, honestly, now they're one of the best fans in the Championship. Obviously, along, you know, obviously Sheffield Wednesday, Birmingham, you know, Leeds. Absolutely incredible fan base, you know, and I really hope they do stay up. I'm not going to lie, it was between QPR, Sheffield Wednesday and Plymouth for, you know, who'd get that 21st spot for me. But I've decided to go with Sheffield Wednesday because I feel like the stature of their club, you know, and already some of the players they've got played in the Championship for, like Byers, Bannon, Patterson, Windass. You know, compared to Plymouth, not many of their players have actually played in the Championship before. Like Ryan Hardy, I don't believe he's ever played in the Championship before. You know, Michael Cooper never played in the Championship before. You know, and some of their new signings like Gibson never played in the Championship before. I don't think Peg Lazy's ever played in the Championship before, but yeah. I'm going to go with Sheffield Wednesday in the 21st position. Okay, 20th, I am going to go with... I'm going to go with Swansea. I'm going to go with Swansea. You know, I do like Swansea, and I feel like they are a really good club, but then again, things are just not looking good for them. The owners aren't really putting money into the club, obviously losing Russell Martin. But then again, I think Michael Duff is still a great appointment. But the transfer window and the players they've signed haven't been the most inspiring. You know, they've signed Josh Chinley from the Scottish League, Josh Key from Exeter, and I think they've signed someone else. But apparently they're going to lose Joel Paris to Leicester. That would be a massive loss for them. I swear they've already lost somebody else. I think Cabango's been linked to moves away. They've obviously lost Latimadora, which I feel like is a bit of a big loss for them as well. But yeah, 20th in the league, Swansea. Right, 19th, I'm going to go with Cardiff. I think Cardiff transfer window has been, I don't know, a risky one. They've signed, in terms of, they've signed a lot of players that haven't necessarily had a great past few years, like Carlon Grant, hasn't had a great past few years, but has got the ability, I feel like, that Cardiff will hopefully want to see. Ugbo from Troyes hasn't got a great goal scoring record, but I think we all know he does have the potential and ability to do well. Aaron Ramsey, I think, is a great signing for Cardiff, but then again, will it work out? Because we've obviously seen it quite a few times in the Championship before where big name players return back to, their home name clubs, and sometimes it works out or sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I'm going to go with Cardiff in at 19th. Okay, 18th in the league, I am going to go with 18th. Who takes that 18th spot? I'm going to go with Huddersfield. Huddersfield's transfer window hasn't been great. I believe they've signed, what's his name, that former Blackpool goalkeeper. What's his name? Oh, God, what is his name now? It's going to kind of annoy me now. Oh, Chris Maxwell, there we go. Right, I believe they're set to sign him. They've obviously lost quite a few players from last season that was on loan to them. Obviously, they sold Kamara as well. Etienne Kamara, who's a good midfielder to Udinese. Obviously, they've lost a lot of their loan players, like Hongbo. Like, it's a massive loss for them as well, because he done really well for them at the end of last season. Obviously, Jordan Rhodes has gone now. I think it's key, though, they've extended the contracts of Danny Ward. I think Neil Warnock will, do well to keep them up. And I feel like he will do enough to keep them up, but yeah, in 18th position, I'm going to go with Huddersfield. Right, okay, that's right. Okay, 21, 20, 19, 18. Okay, now 17th. Right, 17th in the league. I am going to go with, God, you just look at all these teams here and you just don't know who to put, man. You really just don't know who to put. Who am I putting in 17th? Who am I putting in 17th? That is the question. Who am I putting in that 17th position? Oh, this is tough. You know what? Honestly, you guys saw me over in West Brom right there. I was really tempted. I'm going into this, without me even writing. I want this to be like what I think, I don't want to, watch a load of videos and what other people have predicted. I want this to be my predictions, though they never end up right. Okay, I am going to go with, I'm going to go Ipswich. I think Ipswich will do well this season. I feel like they'll be very good at goal scoring. Defensively, I think they could struggle. But yeah, I'm going to go Ipswich in 17th, is it? Right. Yeah, so 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Okay, so 16th in the league. It's where things feel a little bit better now when you predict teams. I feel this gets a little bit easier. I feel like the relegation packet, like the bottom half is a lot more tough than the top half. Right, okay, so in 16th. Right, I am going to go with a really odd team. I'm going to go with West Brom. Now, a lot of people are screaming at me, but hold up, let me explain the circumstances. West Brom, I think even West Brom fans recruitment at the moment, they are in an absolute state. I think most people probably predict them to finish lower than what I have. They are in an absolute state. Ownership issues, I don't know if they've got a director of football anymore. I don't know. The one that appointed Steve Bruce has left, to my knowledge. Transfer signings, I don't think they've signed anyone, have they? Right, obviously they've let go of a lot of players. Obviously losing Darragh O'Shea, I think, could be a massive loss. Obviously losing Carlon Grant, Daryl Dakey's always injured. So yeah, I don't think things can go. Apparently they're ready to listen to offers for Furlong, Creepy, and Townsend. So obviously, I know them players that I named might not be absolutely world beaters, apart from O'Shea. I think crucial to West Brom, but I do think that they really are in a spot of bother. Right, okay, 15th in the league, I am going to go with... Oh, it's always tough, man. I'm going to go with Bristol City. Bristol City have had a great window, but then again, you could say that about all the windows they've had. I think Nigel Pearson, I don't think he's the right man for Bristol City. Maybe he might prove me wrong. They're a club which never do okay in the season. They go on an absolute, 17-game winning streak, then they go on a 17-game losing streak. You know, that's what Bristol City are like. It's really hard to say much about Bristol City. But they've had a great window, and I really would love to see them, you know, challenging. Okay, so now we're on to 14th in the league. Bias Birmingham. I know. I don't like doing this. I hate putting us anywhere high, you know, because I find I'm going to set myself a disappointment. And 14th is quite high for Blues, right? But I do feel like the squad, that the players that we brought in have been amazing. The whole aura around the club now has absolutely, you know, turned on its head. New ownership, you know, new CEO, Gary Kurt. You know, I could talk so much about us at the moment, because me being a Birmingham fan, right? But I could talk so much here about Birmingham. So I'm going to put us in 14th. Right, okay, in the 13th position in the table, I'm going to go with Preston. I think Preston have had an interesting window. You know, again, I feel like they've signed a Danish player for apparently, I think actually might be their record signing. So they brought in players like Dwayne Holmes, Calvin Ramsey. I think he will do really well for Preston. I think they've signed someone else as well, if I'm not wrong, Preston. But yeah, I'm going to put them into 30. Okay, 12th in the league. I am going to go with Stoke City. I think Stoke have had a past few years of mediocrity. I feel like since getting relegated from the Premier League, they've never really pushed on. You know, I do think they'll do better under Alex Neil. I still think they need time to build. But yeah, I'm going to go with Stoke in at 12th. Okay, 11th in the league, I am going to go with... I'm going to go with Sunderland. You know. I think the big thing about Sunderland is keeping their players. Obviously, they lost a few players last season, but they've done well to replace them. Losing Amad Diallo is a massive loss. Jack Clark has been linked and moved away to Burnley. Apparently, Burnley are putting a bid for him, if I'm not wrong. How they have brought in new players, which, to be honest, I couldn't say a lot about them apart from Joe Bellingham. But, yeah, they have had an interesting window. But then again, they've done brilliant to replace them. You know, last season, some of the players they lost, like Ellis Sims, they've done really well to replace him. You know, a lot of injuries to Ballard, they've done brilliant to place him. I feel like the club, the squad, massive fan base. And, yeah, I'm gonna put Sunderland in 11th. Which I feel like is fair. So, yeah, 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th. Right, okay, we're now into the top 10. Right, even though it's not necessarily the top half, you know, Stoke with the top half, but yeah. Right, okay, we're now going to move on to 10th in the league, and I'm going to go with Hull. I think a lot of players probably think me put Hull up here, but I really honestly rate Hull. I feel like the window that they had was absolutely incredible. You know, like, not this season, last season. I feel like their window has been absolutely incredible. I think the players they've got have been amazing. I think they've got a great manager. I think they've got the good facilities, a good stadium. And I think they've done really well towards the end of last season since Rotheram was appointed. You know, you do wonder if they'd have had him at the start of the season, where they would have finished. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Hull in 10th. Right, 9th in the league. Oh, you look at this, mate. It just gets so much harder. Right, well, I don't know what it does, but it doesn't, you know, because I feel like it's just about, like, I think we all know these teams are going to be, you know, up there. I think we all knew that, no debate about it, but I think we all know that, you know, it's about where you particularly place them. Right, okay, so I'm going to go with Blackburn. I think a few will be surprised me putting Blackburn. Wait, come on. Wait, why ain't he going ahead of Hull? Right, there we go. Okay. Right, I see Holding want to back off right there. Right, but yeah, I'm going to go with Blackburn there. I just feel like Blackburn... Obviously, the old circus stands around the club at the moment, like John Thomas, and apparently he's been rumoured to leave. I think that rumour is bullshit, in the nicest way I can put it. But yeah, Blackburn in at 9th. I feel like they've got a great squad full of great players. Losing Burton Diaz going to be a massive loss. Sam Gallagher moves away. I think they've made some really good signings, though. I think Sigurdsson, who's a Icelandic striker, centre forward / left winger. Trunstart, I believe, from Vitesse, and Neil Ennis from Plymouth. But obviously, again, losing Ashley Phillips, getting a lot of money for him, but could they maybe do well to replace him? Excuse me. Right, 8th in the league, I am going to go with Millwall. I'm going to go with Millwall in 8th. I think Millwall are a club which have always been in and around, these areas, but have always failed. Unfortunately, I'm sure you guys have all heard the terrible news that's happening with Millwall, honestly. So I think it's really hard, and harsh to judge Millwall at the moment and how they will do, because they're in a massive mourning period at the moment, and I'm hoping that could potentially galvanise the team, and it'd be great to see them get promoted for him, the owner, which is probably one of the best owners in the EFL, really. So I put Millwall 8th, okay. Right, 7th, the team just outside the playoffs. Who do I think that team will be? Who do I think that team will be just outside the playoffs? Watford. I think Watford, I don't think they've had a great managerial appointment. I'm sure he won't last long either, Valérien Ismaël. I think their signings have been very inspiring, towards the team. Tom Ince, I know it's cheap though, so not a bad deal actually when you think about it, but I think their window has been really inspiring. They've signed a load of other players as well, if I'm not wrong, but I can't remember the names of them players, but then, I don't know if it's fair to call them dead ballers, but I just don't think they're the most, exciting, impactful players. I know they signed this Belgian Cam on loan, which I feel like is very another odd one. It's hard to judge a player when you've never actually seen him play. So yeah, I think I did sign him on a career mode once on the channel. Right, but anyway, I'm gonna go with Watford in 7, which I feel like is fair. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. Okay, 6th in the league, I am going to go with Norwich. I do feel like it'll be a battle between Norwich and Watford this season in terms of which club I feel like will get that final player position. I feel like Wagner has done really good. Has done really good if he does manage to keep hold of the likes of Omba Modeli, Max Aarons. But I don't think he done bad last season. I would like to see what would have happened if he would have started the project. I think they would have done really well if he would have stayed there. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Norwich in at 6. 5th in the league, I'm going to go with Coventry. I think Coventry have had a really, interesting win. Obviously, losing Gyökeres was a massive loss, but then again, spending massive money on Ellie Sims, Bobby Thomas as well, and I think they've done well to reinvest that money, and also been linked with many other players. So yeah, I'm going to go with Coventry in at 5th. Okay, 4th in the league, I am going to go with, I'm going to go with Leeds. I'm going to go with Leeds. I'm going to go with Leeds. I think a few people won't be surprised to see me do that, but I am going to go with Leeds. I feel like Leeds have had a, I don't know, they're set to lose a lot of players. I don't think they've made any signings yet. Eve obviously appointed Daniel Farke, which I think is a great appointment. But yeah, they haven't really made someone set to lose so many players. Obviously, they've already lost Robin Koch, Mark Crocker, Brendan Aronson, Jack Harrison's been linked to moves away. Tyler Adams apparently wants to leave. Gnotto could be leaving as well. There's loads of players that could be leaving. So yeah, I'm going to go with... Oh no, they signed Ethan Ampado, which is a great signing. But yeah, 4th. Right, 3rd in the league, Middlesbrough. Oh, Middlesbrough, hey. Oh, how painful would this be again, Borough fans? Finishing, just missing out on the top 2. And that's what I think will happen. I really do like Borough. They've had an exciting window as well. Many players that's been signed to them. Good manager. Right, next team. Right, who do I go with? Leicester, Southampton. I think Southampton are going to win the champ. I mean, the main reason why, I think Southampton have got the foundations there already. I feel like their squad was pretty much already a championship club in the Premier League. They haven't made too many changes to the side either in terms of losing players. They brought in Ryan Manning, a solid left back, but in terms of selling players, obviously there still is 2 weeks to win, 2 weeks till the first game of the season, so plenty of stuff could happen. They could lose Ward-Prowse. I think it's looking unlikely at the moment. They're going to pay, any club's going to pay that price tag. Better catch up. I believe Salisu could leave. But anyway, I still don't think that will affect them that much. There are a few players that are linked to leave, but, they're not massive, players like Lin Chow, who's apparently set to go to, But anyway, I've gone with Leicester in second as well. I think Leicester fans will obviously still be happy, you know, to finish second. They've had a great window so far, bringing in many players. Set to announce the signing of Stefan Mavidi. They've signed Callum Doyle, Connor Cody, Winks. You know, a fantastic window Leicester have had. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this predictions table. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Speak to you soon. See you all later. Take care, everybody. Much love.